Welcome to another one. We here, and I'm not chewing gum. Um, cool. Let's get straight into it. So, yesterday we had our sort of pseudocode defining what our palin check will do, and I've pretty much set out everything else so that clicking the button will call palin check, and then we know what will happen if if it is or isn't a uh, a thing, a palindrome. So I am going to reuse some code because we've got some we've already used regular expression to remove characters in a calorie counter. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. I then will also use the toArray bit to deal with how we want our checker to go. So let's go to our calorie counter. I'm going to go to the bottom because then we have full script. So it was our function that cleans the entries, I believe is what we called it here. So where is it? Yes, is invalid input. So we created this and we return a string that match regex. No, so this was is invalid. We wanted clean input string, so we wanted this. Yes. So we were going to grab the regular expression and then replace it in the string with empty quotes. So I'm going to copy the whole function, even though I don't think I will use the whole function. But let's see. I think that was all we needed from here. Yeah, I think that's all I needed from here. So use to filter out any special characters. So cool. So I'm going to put this outside of the brackets. Or outside of the thingy. So what I want to do is I want to take the input so I can actually just do the same thing. I can use this as such. So I can call a function. So I can say, cool, here's a function clean input string, and it takes a string and returns a string without thingy. So for palin check, I will then say, cool, well, let's clean input string and provide it with the input. So I'm going to say, let's see, let clean input be equal to that. So I'm taking the input, sticking it through the cleaner, which is going to take out any regular expression, this, and place input. The G means global, so it does the whole thingy. So that's our first thing. Then we're now going to use clean input. So we've got our clean input. I'm then going to force the case. So let's see. Change case JavaScript. String to lowercase. Cool. So I'm going to push everything to lowercase. I might do that with the cleaner. Can I do that with a cleaner? So I remember this from the CS50. So MIT have a course, like their Intro to Computer Science Programming course, and it's available on YouTube. It's available on edXL for free, and I've listened to like a bit of the course, like a few of the lectures. I need to listen to the entire course, but one thing they said is to have functions deal with like a singular function. A function should have singular functionality, or should cover singular functionality. So I've got my clean input, and as much as I want to add to that, I think it will be better practice to not. And those of you that are devs that watch, please do comment. Is that am I thinking the right thing here? So that I don't want to then I don't want to then add too much functionality into the same thing. So I want to force it to be lowercase. I want to push everything to lowercase. So I've got a clean input string. This might not be the best, but I'm just going to then I think that's how I can do it. Let's try it ourselves. So this will return hello world. Yeah. Cool. So now I have cased input. So I've got it. I've run it through the cleaner. I'm running it through a force case. And then I'm going to stick it in an array. So I think that's 2 array JavaScript. Is that it? I think that's what will let me do it. 2 array method of iterator instances creates a new array populated with the elements yielded from the iterator. Okay, so let's yield current, constant array Fibonacci, take 10, filter to array, x is divisible by 2, take 10, what's take? I don't know what take is. Cool. So I think I can just take string so I know we're dealing with a string. So I think I can just say okay, so at this point I would have wanted to see that it's doing what I think it should be doing, but I can't actually check that because yeah, I need to then go in through. I can, but I think I wanna. Let's do it because it's not worth it otherwise. So am I calling? I am calling. So let's just check that this is still the case. Where I'm gonna save my code. So actually, I just want console.log arrayed input. So I'm gonna check that I get the pop-up, which you can't see, if input is a value. In my if statement here, I am seeing if Palindrome input field value is true, and I haven't got a return yet. Okay. And I can do a boolean. Okay, so I want a way to call Palindrome. Wait, hold on. I have no way of tying it right now, do I? So right now, that's input field. Input field is here. Yeah, okay. Okay, I have no way of checking it right now. I'll build out the function first, and then I will test it out. Cool. So I get the input. I put the input through the cleaner. I take the cleaned input and put that through the caser. Take that and I array it. So now I've got an array. I'm going to do one more thing to it, which is, now that I've got an array, let's reverse array equal arrayed input onto reverse array in JS. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So then what I want to do here is say array input dot reverse. Get rid of the instructions. Make it a little bit tighter. So let's see. Dot reverse. Yeah. And I've got two. So how do I? Alright, so let's see. The idea to create something that returns true or false I got from one of the projects. I'm just trying to see if I can remember which one. Date formatter? No. No, I don't think so. I think I can just use an if statement. So let reverse is, so cool. So if yeah, okay, so I think okay, well, what I wanted to see was that I can do something like a return false. So let's see. Technically, this is it. So let's see. Clean input to lowercase. It's not a function. Okay. Let's see. I bet, oh. I bet it's, yeah, there you go. I think I've done it before as well. Alright, let's see again. To lowercase is not a function. Oh, it's capital L. I mean, that would make sense. To array. Okay. Maybe this is what I want then. Yo, I think it's done, you know. I think it's done. Okay, so let's save this. Let's run some tests. Okay, so there are a few tests that fail. Okay, there are a few tests that fail. Okay. Okay. When the text input element contains a text, not a palindrome. Oh. Okay. Okay, so where are we failing? So everything is a palindrome then. So that means this is always returning true. So because one of my tests are failing, everything is coming out as true right now. And so reversed array and arrayed input are the same, but arrayed input. Okay, something weird is happening here. So again, I know that it's failing. So what does to reverse do? So split is putting it into an array, that's fine. So actually if I then said, okay, reverse array is B, right? Let's see. Then no matter what, it should not be a palindrome. B is not defined. Okay. Right. So the functionality is there. ASD. What does to reverse do? No, I think the question I should be asking is, so I think this is correct as well. Yes, no, I think this is right, because it's still an array and it's not happy with that. So then what does to reverse do? So return a new string. Okay, so we take a array 1, 2, 3. We can log the array as array 1. Reverse. There you go. Reverse is destructive. It changes the original array. Okay. To reverse is what we want to use. Okay, so reverse does change the original. So we want to reversed. Okay. So then if I console log So yeah, in order to okay, cool. Okay, so let's run our test again. Albeit I haven't why is it saying A is not a palindrome? I should keep in my so everything's coming up false now. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out where things are going wrong now. Because I'm finding so that, okay. So those are not the same when that's coming up, but why is it then saying it's also not presenting these as arrays, is it? Is that because of how I'm printing it though? So I think printing it directly like this will stick it in the right format. Yeah. So it's returning false. I'm not sure why. Okay, so I want to see why would it always return false? I'm trying to figure out why it's always returning false now. Yeah. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I'm using the wrong, but even so, now I'm doing, alright, so let's finish reading the article. Okay, so I think I can use this function. And again, I've heard this is what it's all about. So I've got my palin check. Instead of comparing the arrays like this, just cut this and stick it here. I think I can do this instead. So I'm gonna create another function called, I've done something silly. Function arrays are equal. Which takes one array and another array and first compares their length, and if not, then false. And if this is true, then for it iterates through every element and makes sure it is the same as the other, and then returns true. So for palin check, once I've got that, I'm going to say if arrays are equal, then return true. Else oh my god, sorry, I can't type. Else return false. And I'm just gonna say if arrays are equal, read input reversed array. I think I can do this. So now let's see again. I is a palindrome. Let's see. A is a palindrome. Let's see. A is D. A is D is not a palindrome. Let's see. It's not cleaning that. I think that's going to be a problem. My regex is not cleaning that character. So clean input string is just plus minus this, that. Okay, so let's then see regular expression again. I need So I think it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail on even this, isn't it? Yeah. So cool. Let's go to our regular expression. I think, can I just add and if I do that, that becomes Palindrome. Yes. Okay. So I can just add to my regular expression to capture more things. So now let's run some tests. Okay. Okay. Okay, I haven't got commas in there. All dots. All backspaces. So I'm just going to stick those in there. Oh, nope. I don't want to do that. Backspaces. I've got minus in there already. I've got full stop. What else? Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Oh, there's only one left. Okay. Underscore. So I've got a forward slash. So I feel like I need to escape. No. How do I escape something? I feel like I've done that as well. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I then think it's no, that still fails, doesn't it? Okay, so what's filtering through? Let's just do this one. the code. Right, so brackets. I haven't got brackets in there. I think this might be it, y'all. I think this might be it, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna download my solution. Well, actually, I don't want to download it yet. Cool. Okay. All right. I built the Palindrome checker, and I've got it. It's not nice. It's very yeah. I want to do some CSS. I'm gonna do some CSS tomorrow. But yo, I am excited. I'm gassed right now. I am gassed. Okay. Cool. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna close it yet. I'm gonna save it. So I got my regex. This is probably not the most the nicest way of doing it, but it works. God damn it, it works. Cool. So this is my first one. I want to style it a little bit, so I'm gonna do some CSS to just make it a little bit nicer. But yo, we're here. We're here. So thank you guys for sticking with me. Keep showing up, yo. Keep showing up. This was gas. This was absolute gas. Cool. Actually, I am going to download it. I've got it. I'm still going to do some CSS to it, but what I'll do is I'm going to try and start using GitHub. So maybe tomorrow will be use GitHub, start building an understanding of what you've got, and then do some CSS. So there are multiple instances of it as well. So cool.